It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever, the gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and holding comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it, they don't love it. They don't love it, they don't love it. They don't love it.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, here we go.
In motion right, that's Hyatt. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a yard. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Just need a yard here. Second and 1. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Throwing Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will... It's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Third down and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while. That's a deep.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Play action, now Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. But he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
McCaffrey. is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Again, McCaffrey, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll? And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting into your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
17-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Niners 17, Giants nothing.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here now, 3rd and a yard. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
Dom Capers.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 41.
Jones pass intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down for Ayuk, quietly coming off a career year for the 49ers. Got over 1,000 yards on his final catch of the regular season. Did that and caught 8 touchdowns despite playing with 3 different quarterbacks over the course of the year.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Steps away to his left. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Cowboy 80, 70 range, 70 range. Check go.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
24. Giants nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Here we go, hey. Elsa.
Off the play fake, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 34.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Track at 60. Go.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And his kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's caught by Waller out left side. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not much room to speak of. We'll get about 3 up to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now with Purdy. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off play action, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And now off to the races down the right side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 72 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. This is McCaffrey on the give. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This is McCaffrey. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This is down the field for Bellinger. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 after the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
offense on third down tonight? They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble-prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The tackle made by Bobby Okereke. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Second down and 8. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 99 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. And they will take a knee here. Team here, Charles, and that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.